part of what I think is so special about Laguna is you feel like you're on vacation all the time. What a really special part of this town is, and you know, it sounds kind of goofy, and we're certainly not Seattle, but definitely the coffee culture here in Laguna Beach is one of the more, I don't know, interesting parts of Laguna, one of the more fun things to do. I know people are meeting for coffee in all sorts of places. Laguna has a really wide selection of coffee shops here in town. We've had a couple of new ones that have opened recently. I just thought it'd be a great opportunity to show you guys part of the fabric of the community here in town, show you all the coffee shops that we have. We're not going to get them all today. We're going to probably do 5 or 6 of them today. We've only had 1 cup of coffee so far. By the time we're done with this, I'll probably be vibrating. Okay, so our first stop today is one of my favorite spots here in town called Anastasia. Anastasia opened, honestly, back in, I think, 1983. Most people come here for a coffee. They've got great breakfast, great lattes, great pastries. The one thing that is a little bit people don't know about is this boutique that they have. They do a lot of online business. I don't know a lot of people who come in and actually shop in the store. Most people come here for coffee, but I do know they do a hell of a business online. So anyway, a little bit of background of Anastasia. Let's go in, take a look at it, order something and see what people like about it. Can you get some of that? I don't know, just.
Thank you.
Whoop. Awesome, thank you. Is that decaf?
Decaf.
Okay, perfect, that's what this. Decaf, we don't want to have too many of these. Cheers. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, do you cheers coffee? I've never cheers coffee. Laguna Beach Coffee Crawl. Here's the Laguna Beach Coffee Crawl. Happy Wednesday. Anastasia latte. I already know it's one of the best. It's really good. What I love about this place is there's a lot of local places here in town, but to me, this is the local place. Just had an interaction with somebody actually who just said this very thing, like they had no idea that this place even existed, and what a cool place to come to and discover. That's what Anastasia is. I think there's a lot of people here in town who wonder, is it a coffee shop? Is it a boutique? And so a lot of people don't really even give it much time of day. But people who know and really appreciate good coffee and good service definitely are attracted and come down to Anastasia for sure. All the, you know, the hardcore coffee people are here. Best part of Anastasia too, location-wise, across from City Hall, adjacent to the city parking lot, right at essentially the intersection of 3rd, Forest, and Ocean Avenue as they come together. So it's right at the hub of everything going on downtown. Most of the locals come here during the week, Monday through Friday. Saturdays it gets a little more crowded because you got the farmers market across the street, so it gets crowded with some people overflow from the farmers market. So it's a little bit different on a Saturday. You know, Sunday through Friday, typically very local, very much like we're experiencing right now, where you can interact, you can have quiet conversation, private. Anastasia definitely has this very local underbelly. They're the people who don't want to be at Zinc, which will be our next spot. Zinc does not have beef. Anastasia does. You can get meat here. Zinc is vegan, vegetarian. They don't have meat, but they do have great coffee. They do have great salads. They do have great outdoor space. It's a super cool place in itself. So let's go down to Zinc and take a look. These are some old school Laguna Beach real estate moguls here who are now retired. Look at this retired hat. Are you kidding? This is what you do when you get retired.
You look like Gilligan.
Exactly. You're very happy. I heard you guys are running the pickleball in Laguna. You and Claudia.
No, Claudia.
Right?
Claudia. No, Claudia.
Is she really?
Oh, she's the boss of bosses.
Yeah. You went to Zinc. Why did you go to Zinc? Why do you like Zinc?
We came to Zinc this morning. I like their poached eggs on toast.
Oh, yep, I get that a lot.
They do poached eggs. Most people don't know how to do that.
Yep.
And they do that.
Yep.
And it was convenient.
Yeah. And
how about like Anastasia? Do you ever go to Anastasia?
Yes,
we love
Anastasia. Okay, so at Anastasia, they have this breakfast. It's absolutely incredible, and you can split it. It's got French toast, eggs, and bacon, and it's splittable, and it's absolutely off the charts.
We love that one because the syrup that they have with
that syrup is amazing.
So
We
good.
don't eat breakfast that often out because one, we play pickleball, and two, because it's too damn fattening.
But John's
You're awesome. You guys are so great. I see you guys cruising around town all the time, and just puts a smile on my face
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Well, we
So,
love-
We
and
don't have
someday,
houses anymore.
someday I'm going to see you out on the pickleball court. I swear. I want to
You
be
can
out
see
there.
us there
You're
any day.
welcome.
I know. I'd love
No.
to. Just down the road, we're now at Zinc Cafe Market, or is it Market Cafe? I forget. I think it's Zinc Market Cafe. Anyway, Zinc opened 30 years ago as well. Started off as a little cafe, and it's blossomed into a huge following. People come from all over the places just to come to Zinc. They also then opened up in Corona del Mar. They've got a place in LA. Rumor has it people are trying to get them to open in a couple other locations here locally, so we'll see what happens. But Zinc, unlike Anastasia, is a little bit more open, a little bit more public, a little more visibility. One of the things that happened during COVID was, if you see these umbrellas behind us, that used to be a parking lot for all cars. And then when COVID happened, they opened that up. They expanded their dining and seating arrangements outside to give a little bit more breathing room out there. So there's always good table selections. Saturdays, I think you have to put your name in because it does get a little bit more crowded. But definitely that parking lot adjacent to the market itself has definitely relieved some of the congestion that you used to feel here. But super cool spot. Again, I mentioned it because it's vegetarian. If you're coming for sausage, bacon, all that, you won't find that here. But you'll find great coffee, great food, great salad selections. They've got great dessert, super cakes, bakery items, things. They also do dinners occasionally now too. I think Friday and Saturday nights they do dinners, and they actually have entertainment. Let's go in and take a look. What I get here, honestly, typically it's either I get the poached eggs on toast or I get deviled eggs. And to me, I love deviled eggs. And in the napkin, with frickin' napkin on it. Anyway, those are some great deviled eggs. What I love about Zinc is it's so centrally located, just down Ocean Avenue from Anastasia, actually like less than a half a block away, but it puts you more in the center of town. So walking to the beach is a little easier. It's a little bit more visible. Again, a little bit more wide open, a little bit more exposed here. Anastasia, you're off the beaten path a little bit more, even though it's the same street, just up the street, but it's a little bit more hidden. Subtle differences of the two so far. The next stop we're gonna go to is a shop called BLK Dot Coffee. BLK Dot replaced John Paul's Coffee. John Paul's I made reference to when I was talking to my friend Gail at Anastasia, and John Paul was the coffee Nazi in town. Hardcore coffee people would go to John Paul's and take his abuse on a daily basis. If you didn't order right, if you didn't park right, if you didn't sit right, your was his. So it was a bittersweet existence, John Paul, but he certainly had a following and he's definitely missed. That being said, BLK Dot has done a really good job at replacing him and has made a name for themselves as well, and they're starting to blow up as well. So let's go down to BLK Dot, take a look at what they have going on and why we like it. So now we're at BLK Dot Coffee. We're sitting in North Laguna in a shopping center called Boat Canyon Plaza. And again, this is the former location of where John Paul's used to be, but BLK Dot, they did a great job replacing a legend here in town, and they got a good following quickly, and now you're starting to see BLK Dot pop up in a lot of other locations. Most notably, the newest location is going into Crystal Cove, replacing the Starbucks that I can't believe got replaced, but the Irvine company knows way more than I do, so we'll see what happens. Let's go in and take a look at this BLK Dot so you guys know what to expect when you go to any of the other locations. Is John Paul here? Do you know who John Paul is?
Oh, no.
You haven't heard of John Paul?
Sounds
Do you know John Paul? He was exactly.
Oh, yeah, I have heard of
Have
him.
you heard of him?
Yeah.
He's a legend. What do people like here? I know Vietnamese coffee. Is that your most popular one?
Yeah, that's what we're known for. I think our light Vietnamese coffee.
That's the one that I always have, is the light
that
one.
one's a little-
Could I get a light Vietnamese coffee with half the sweetener, please?
Yeah, sounds
A small, do you do decaf?
Yeah, we
I'll do a decaf one. I know that goes against what the whole purpose is, but food-wise too, what is your guys' favorite food? The ultimate brekkie bowl? Okay, can we get an order of that too, please? Pretty good, actually. I haven't had this one before, but it's good. Here's iced Vietnamese coffee, decaf, light. And here's the ultimate brekkie bowl. Look at that. So we got bacon, salsa, it looks like potatoes, avocado, some eggs. Somebody has to eat this. Oh my God.
I got one too.
You did? Did you? Are you serious?
Yeah.
You should have just had this. Are you kidding? Okay. Did you? We need a fork. Ultimate brekkie bowl. It does look really good.
One bite.
Unfortunately, I have eaten a lot already today. It's really good. I think some of these places do themselves a disservice with their food. You know, BLK Dot Coffee, you don't think that they're gonna have good food. This food's excellent. Just to give you a point of reference of where we are exactly, we're at the north end of Laguna. So the hard part about North Laguna is it's always been known as having very few places to serve residents of the community, meaning coffee shops and restaurants and markets and things like that. So nice to know and have a few more options that are opening. In fact, we're gonna go to another one next that just opened here also in North Laguna. North Laguna is aware of their deficiencies and they're trying to improve and make some improvements in those areas for sure. And again, you are starting to see that. This food, it took about 5 minutes to get this out. It was really quick, less than 5 minutes. It was super quick. It's really good. And nice part about where we are too in North Laguna, we're right off of PCH, so access in and out, convenience for picking up, dropping off, that kind of thing. Really nice. You can come in quickly and get out of here pretty quickly. Most people, the traffic migration pattern in the mornings typically are from Laguna north to Newport. So this being on the inland side of PCH definitely helps with that. And so if it were on the other side, most people aren't coming in, so that would be a little bit different. We're gonna go to a coffee shop that is on the other side of the street, so we'll see what that experience is like when we get there. This is a new coffee shop, just opened a couple of months ago. It was a coffee shop when it opened, I'd say 10 years ago or so, and it didn't last very long. It didn't get good traction. For whatever reason, people weren't into this drive-through coffee situation. Since they've been open, I see lines in front of here. It does seem like a lot of people are, you know, drawn towards this coffee. If I haven't been here, what should I order so I come back? Like, what's your favorite food and what's your favorite drink? We'll take one of those.
Okay.
Each of those. You tell me.
Our churro latte is probably our most popular drink.
Okay.
We make it with our house-made dulce de leche and vanilla syrup, a little cinnamon.
Okay.
So it's super tasty.
Okay.
At this location, we only have a few pastry options as far as food goes.
Okay.
But our banana bread is gluten-free and vegan. We make it ourselves, and it's some of the best banana bread I've ever had.
Let's do that. Beautiful. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, there it was. Churro latte. Right there. Espresso milk, house-made dulce, whatever you call it, dulce de leche. Anyway, cool menu. Churro latte, super flavorful. I maybe should have ordered half the sweetener on it, but it is. It's really good. Super cool guys in there, and they're definitely trying to do what they can to generate some local interest in business, and they do have a good thing going. I think the best thing that I learned here is the two-way drive-through. One is for online ordering. You can order ahead of time, PCH.coffee. You order ahead of time, and so the coffee's there. You can drive and pick it up. It'll be ready. The other one is just your typical drive-through, which we just did. And what did that take? It took 3 or 4 minutes to get. He said they're kind of limited in their food, so we have some banana bread and this churro latte. So anyway, the thing that I think is special about this place obviously is the convenience, the drive-through. Again, the migration of traffic in Laguna in the morning is typically coming out of Laguna, going north, headed to Newport. And what a perfect spot for people to stop and just kind of drive through and grab their coffee and maybe breakfast on their way out. And if, you know, they don't have a place to sit down and hang out, or they don't have that time, it's a perfect option for that. With all these coffee shops, every place has its own, you know, pluses and minuses. So far, they've all been great for whatever, various reasons. But, convenience, access, quality of coffee, friendly staff, community. Those are all things people consider when they, choose a place to go hang out and have coffee or meet people. I saw the merch after we left. Super cool. Where does MoonGoat come from, the name?
Yeah, so it's a play on a couple of different things.
Okay.
We're based out of Costa Mesa, so it used to be, Costa Mesa used to be called Goat Hill, or it's kind of referred to as Goat Hill.
Yep,
so
totally.
It's a play on that. We're open pretty late for a coffee shop. We're open until 9 on the weekdays, 10 until 10 on the weekends.
Are you really?
So
okay.
that's kind of the Moon thing. We want to be like a kind of a dry alternative to like bars that are open late for people who want to be out late.
That's
have
freaking
work,
awesome.
Study, something like that.
Seriously, that's a really cool part of what you're doing. Like this thing is super cool.
For sure.
And that nighttime, I mean, seriously, a lot of the coffee shops, people are looking for a place to go and there's nowhere to go.
Totally.
Some Starbucks for sure, but that's not that cool.
No, for sure.
I didn't know that. That's cool to know. You guys are open 9 and 10 o'clock.
Yes.
10 on weekends, 9 weekdays.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
See? Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kai.
Of course. Our featured coffees right now,
Okay.
our Gold Series is kind of our premium coffee offerings. These are both a Ethiopian coffee and a Colombian coffee, but we get a lot of coffee lots. We source directly from the farmers in whatever country we're sourcing from.
Yeah.
These are just some examples of our like top of the line, most sought after,
Good stuff.
tasteful, tasty coffee.
Yeah.
The micro lot mint tastes like a chocolate mint bar.
Okay.
It's super minty, super sweet. And the Ethiopia is a very just solid blueberry, notes of blueberry and honey.
Very
really
cool.
Good Ethiopia. It's all whole bean.
Okay.
We sell all of our coffee whole bean. We can ground it if you want to at our store.
Okay.
But it all comes in whole bean.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good to know. Thanks so much for your time. And honestly, I didn't mean to put you on the spot like this, but thanks for being such a willing participant.
Of course.
Very cool, Kai.
Yeah,
we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Very cool.
See
Thanks
ya.
so much. And so we're going to be going. Oh, were you waving at us at the golf cart?
I was.
Oh my God! What were you trying to track us down? Hey, how are you?
Because when I make eye contact with anybody, no matter where I'm at,
You say hello?
I notice. And
That's
I'm
awesome.
aware of just saying hi, and you guys all look cheery-eyed. Didn't realize you had a camera.
Oh no!
And you all looked over, so I was like, "Hey, come in." That's just who I am.
All right,
Anyway,
Sarah.
thank you,
Nice to
guys.
meet you. Thank
You
you.
too. Have
We'll
fun
see you
in
around
Laguna.
town for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. Can I get a cortado, please?
Yeah. You want from here to go?
Do it for here. Laguna Coffee Co. Again, you got a little feel for what this is about. Again, a super small community, little coffee shop. Coffee here, again. People who love coffee, some hardcore coffee drinkers, and I know a few of them, definitely come here because of their coffee. So there's a drink, the cortado, that everybody freaking, the hardcore Jonesers for coffee, gravitate towards. So that's a cortado, and that will keep you up for 4 days straight if you're not careful. This one will jack you up for a long time. I don't know why I ordered this, but this is a very strong, pure coffee. I was turned on to this by my good buddy TJ, who is the coffee aficionado, if there is one. I usually like to come here in the afternoons if I have some time at a place that's usually fairly quiet, aside from the fact that we're on PCH. But it's usually mellow and you can find a table and kind of get some work done, or just relax and enjoy a nice coffee while you're sitting and enjoying your day in Laguna. We're in the middle of the village area of Laguna, so optimal location. We're between Anita Street and Oak Street, so these are two of our most popular, famous beaches here in town. Great place to meet people in the afternoon, well, mornings too, but the afternoons are pretty nice too. And they stay open until, I believe, 4 o'clock in the afternoons. Jesus, I'm a little shaky. No, how many of these? This will be my 6th coffee. It hasn't hit me yet, but I have a feeling I'll be vibrating all afternoon. So all of these places have been fantastic. They all get the important connection that coffee has with our community here. And they all seem to have a real good understanding of how that translates to our community. And even MoonGoat, you got a real sense for those guys and what they're doing. They get Laguna, and they're trying to really enhance their location. All right, so that concludes our tour of the coffee shops in Laguna today. There's a lot more that we didn't cover, a lot of new ones that we haven't seen yet. I think you get a feel for the culture of the coffee life here in Laguna and how active and prevalent it is. What a fun day. That was awesome getting a chance to do that. I didn't ask anybody if they'd interview, and they all stepped up and did a great job with it. I had a lot of fun. I'm just vibrating right now, so I'm a little uncomfortable. I'm full of caffeine and some food. But anyway, we're back full circle. We're down here again at Anastasia. There's a lot more that we didn't cover and a lot more we can do in the future, but that gives you a good wide range of the different kinds of coffee shops we have here in town, and the pluses and minuses of each of them. At the end of the day, the question was, what's your favorite one? And it just depends for what you're looking to do. And from whatever I've told you in this video, you've got some great choices and options to choose from. And I don't think you can go wrong. I don't think there was a bad spot. And again, super proud to be part of Laguna and to know we've got all these great choices for people who come to town. So anyway, thanks to all you guys for being a part of this video. I'll try to promote and tag and support you guys the best we can. We frequent and go to these places all the time ourselves too. We're part of this community and we'll support you as well. So thanks for being a part of it for us. We had a lot of fun doing this, and hopefully this will make some sense and provide some information for you. And certainly, as always, if you guys have any interest in Laguna Beach, are entertaining the idea of moving to Laguna, want to know anything about Laguna Beach, please, I'd like to be a resource. Reach out. Worst case, subscribe to our channel, like us from wherever you are. We could certainly use the support. Thanks so much.